Tá fáilte rug go Leavingcertirish.com is mis Seán Gávin agus seo Sraith Pictiúr a hain Cuairt Aintín in Nua-Eabhrac. So let us all meet. Just before we begin, you should be aware that you can download the notes for this and many other lessons besides on the Leavingcertirish.com app, which is available on iTunes and on Google Play. So before you begin this lesson, I'd strongly advise you to have the notes available to you on a screen on your desk. This is the first lesson for the 2017 Sraith Pictiúr, so I just want to explain on this first lesson what it is that we're trying to achieve. I go through every single one of the pictures in great detail. As you can see on the screen, you've got one of the 6 pictures, and there are 6 individual text boxes associated with it. There are 2 questions up at the very top of the screen. So you can see I've got questions here, and down at the bottom I've also isolated some of the key vocabulary that you need to learn. Now I also take this vocabulary and I put it into flashcards, so if you download the Leavingcertirish.com app, you will be able to work with that material specifically in the form of flashcards, which really helps the learning process. Now if you go through each and every one of these, you'll see that there's actually far more than, let's say, 30 seconds worth of material in each of these screens. And what you really need to do is ensure that your Sraith Pictiúr, the text element of it, the description element of it, doesn't go over any more than 3 minutes. So that really needs focus on your part, requires a focus on your part. So you need to make sure that you write out your individual scripts and that they don't go over an average of 30, I'd say max 35 seconds. Because if you cut into that time that you have for the conversation with the Sraith Pictiúr, it's of no benefit to you. So you really need to make sure that you're very, very sharp and very focused in the Sraith Pictiúr. So what I will do is I go through every one of these text boxes, I explain what they are, and what you need to do then, once you've gone through the lesson, is you need to make sure that you write out your version of the text that I provide here. So I give you plenty of options. You have a lot of different material here, and it really is up to yourself to decide what you're comfortable with and what you feel that you can actually deliver on the day. So once you've written out your scripts, the most important step afterwards is to record yourself on your iPhone or iPad or whatever it might be and create an MP3 of it for the future. And the reason is that you will learn better and certainly revise better by playing your own voice back while reading over the scripts that you've written out. And that's again another reason why you should download the Leavingcertirish.com app. You will be able to listen to your MP3s on your phone while going to school, the car, bus, whatever it might be, and you'll be able to actually look at notes on the app as well as perhaps your own notes. So it's really important that you have a mechanism to revise this material, because you will not be able to learn it all first time out. And one thing I advise a lot of students to do is perhaps start with 3 sentences per picture if that's what you're comfortable with. So I'm going to get into the main part of the lesson now. If you have any questions, feel free to get in touch with me. So just send me an email, john@leavingcertirish.com. I'll get back to you if possible. Sa chéad fictún seo tá mam agus a hinaín ina sísa seomra telefíse. Mom and her daughter are sitting down in the sitting room or the television room. Iad de Saturna town, it's Saturday night, as tá sé hart ar a hocht, a chlog is dócha. And it's around 8 o'clock, it would seem. Tá an cranchúir náisiúnta ar siúl faoi láthair, the National Lottery is on at present. As tá ticket lotto on a lábhaigh mam, and mom's got a lotto ticket in her hand. Fógraíonn an láthair na hibhreacha a luithe agus a hitain siad amach ón droma. The presenter announces the numbers as soon as they drop out of the drum or they fall out of the drum. Díag ar níag, find mom amach gwyl na hibhreacha céine cé ar ticket. Bit by bit, mom finds out that she's got the same numbers on her ticket. Feicimid gwyl na hibhreacha ar an scáileán, and we see that the numbers are on the screen. Agus na hibhreacha ar an ticket, and the numbers on the ticket are ag matchall, they're matching. Bhuaigh she on Putta Or, she's after winning the pot of gold, so the top prize. Their mom lena hinaín nach gredan she. Mom says to her daughter that she can't believe it. Ach tá an cranchúir bútice, but she's won the lotto or won the lottery. Tá sé Jackar a chredunt. It's difficult to believe. Ach tá mom cinte gwyl an ceartaice, but mom is sure that she's right. So again, here at the bottom, these are key phrases, and every other screen for the Sraith Pictiúr from Leavingcertirish.com, you'll see all of these key phrases and terminology, and of course they're available in the flashcards on the app. And of course, finally, the two questions at the top. Cén fág bhfuil na mná seo ag féchant ar an telefís? Where are these women watching the TV? Agus an dóigh leat bhfuil mom sásta, and do you think that mom is happy? Tá scetimíní áthis ar an galín. The girl is very excited. Agus báil éon scéal a scapa faoin mua sa chranchar, and she'd like to spread the news, or spread the story if you like, about the great win in the lottery. Seolann she takes teachtracht chuig a Aintín. She sends a text message to her aunt, Atá Coney in Nua-Eabhrac, who's living in New York. Inshin Shidi, she tells her, gur bhuaig mam sim vor argids, that mom's after winning a large amount of money, go meg she'd ag ceiliúradh go ceann tamil, and that they'll be celebrating for quite a while. So dara cuid, feicimid a Aintín agus I ag léamh na teachtrachta. We see her aunt, and as she's reading the message. Tá riméid mór orthu, she's really delighted. Nor higgin she gur bhuaig a dreifur an cranchor. When she finds out, or when she understands that her sister has won the lottery, she's really ecstatic. Is léir gohfuil an bhain seo in a Coney ar Ilan Manhattan in Nua-Eabhrac. It's clear that this woman is living on Manhattan Island in New York. Mar feicimid alán ferganibh cháúla sa chúlra tríd an bhuineog, because we see a lot of famous buildings in the background through the window. Gan doubt, without doubt, beg a Aintín ag cur ord agus agar a horsan. For sure, her aunt is going to be organising and sorting out her apartment. Onas go meg she réig donna cuairteoirí éarnacha, so that it'll be ready for the Irish visitors. So, ga cheist an seo. Cén scéal I cheol an Colleen sa takes? What girl, or what story, or what news did the girl send in the text? Agus an dóigh leat scuil a Aintín Severn. Do you think that her aunt is wealthy? Tosaí an mam agus a hinín ag pléin around éagsúla atá acu maidir leis an sim vor airgid a bhuaigh siad. So mom and her daughter start discussing the various choices in around éagsúla that they have in relation to the big amount or the large amount of money that they've won. Níl clúd á laghad ag mom has no idea cad I dhéanamh sí leis an airgid, what she'll do with the money. Mar sin, therefore, tá comhairle agus multaí ag teastáil uathaí. She needs advice and suggestions or recommendations. Feicimid bosca ón eagraíocht tróchra. We see a box from the organisation Tróchra. Is léir mar sin ghuiil siad ag smaoineamh. It's clear, therefore, that they're thinking about eagraíochtaí Jónacha, about voluntary organisations nós Tróchra, such as Tróchra, a charíonn leis na bochtáin san Afric, who help the poor in Africa. Feicimid teach galanta le linn snámha sa Ghordín. We see an elegant house with a swimming pool in the garden. Is dócha go gapan mam. It would seem that mom thinks ghuiil sé tábhachtachtaí, that it's important for her, an targad a inéistú I réadmhaoin nó a deach nua don teaghlach. So she thinks it's important for her to invest the money I réadmhaoin in property or in a new house for the family. Tá smuoineamh eile ar fad in Aintín an Chalín. The girl has a completely different idea in her mind. Bar le cuairt a thabhairt ar a Aintín in Nua-Eabhrac. She would like to pay a visit to her aunt in New York. Má haon siad go Nua-Eabhrac, if they go to New York, beag siad an dul ag siop a dóracht sna siopaíos cáiliúla ar down. They'll be able to go shopping in the most famous shops in the world, ar nós Macy's, such as Macy's, agus se le chathamh ag taistil timpeall na carrach mar thurasói, and be able to spend some time travelling the city as tourists. So cén fá go bhfuil mom ag smaoineamh ar na bochtáin san Afric? Why is mom thinking about the poor in Africa? Agus an gapan tú go ganóid siad teach le linn snámha sa Ghordín, and do you think that they will buy a house with a swimming pool in the garden? I Victor a car sa chéad lad an Victor seo feicimid etlán de chuid Aer Lingus a getils go hard to spare. So in the first half of this picture we see an Aer Lingus plane flying high up in the sky. Is léir mar sin, it's clear therefore gur aird leis an galín that the girl managed a chur na lí ar bham to convince mom an turas go Nua-Eabhrac dhéanamh to make the trip to New York. So dara cuid, shricinn siad ag airport JFK in Nua-Eabhrac. They arrive in the second part at the airport in JFK in New York. Fine siad a goig gáiste, they get their baggage agus cuireann siad a rally in, they put it on a trolley. Nuair shiúlann siad amach sa hala teachta when they walk out into the arrivals hall, búlann siad leis an Aintín out, they meet with the aunt there. There she gwyil luchar arhi. She says that she's ecstatic. Gur tháinig siad go Nua-Eabhrac, that they came to New York Cuairt chuaigh, that they came to New York on a visit to see her. Tugann she póga agus baróga don vertigo. She gives hugs and kisses to the two of them. Os rud é gwyil a lán málaí agus cúpla bosca an trolley seo, as there's a lot of bags and a couple of boxes on this trolley. Tá seans mór gwyil bruntanas the heis éigean ag mam don Aintín. There's a good chance that the aunt has some kind of or mom has some kind of a present for the aunt. So conas mar atá aimsir sa chéad den Pictiúr seo. So how is the weather in the first part of this picture? Agus an dóileat gwyil bruntanas ag mam don Aintín. Do you think mom has a present for the aunt? I Pictiúr chuaigh finds she a taxi isteach go leor Ilan Manhattan. They get a taxi into the centre of Manhattan Island. Tá an Aintín in a Coney and Orson garden Virgin of Chrysler. The aunt is living in an apartment close to the Chrysler building. Mar feice meet speaka an erganamh sa chúlar, because we see the spire of the building in the background. Dulvig an Aintín béla blasta don a cuairtóirí níos luithe. The aunt prepared a tasty meal for the visitors earlier. Gan dá tá ocras an downarhu tar éis na hetalta. For sure they're very, very hungry after the flight. Ach má bhí féin, but even still, Olin mam agus a hinine cúpla glina fianna. Mom and her daughter drink a couple of glasses of wine, leis a méile with the meal. Mar is kosher agus ceilúra é seo don chlán chomá, because this is also a party and a celebration for family as well. Nuair tá an béla hearts, tugann siad cuairt ar an airclan. When the meal is over, they pay a visit to the theatre, situated in Broadway. Chun an show callúil Mamma Mia eáil, to see the famous show Mamma Mia. Feice míad an trúrcha agus iad ag siúil i dtreo na hairclanna. We see the three of them as they're walking in the direction of the theatre. Der an Colleen go bhfuil an áit seo do chreidte. The girl says this place is unbelievable, agus cho difriúil le gach éon áit in Ireland, and so different to every place in Ireland. Can doubt is iad na hillstoric spéire atá I dul a bhaim gomórthaí. For sure it's the skyscrapers na hillstoric spéire that are very much influencing her here. So, cúpla ceis, cén sort orson atá ag an Aintín? What kind of apartment has the Aintín or the aunt got? Agus cén fá gwyil siad in Broadway nish, and why are they in Broadway right now? Sa chéad chuid den Pictiúr, dearnach in the first part of the final picture, feic míad iad ar thuras trórtha timpeall na carach. We see them on a guided tour around the city, ar bhos oscailte on an open-top bus. Is dócha gwyil siad ar dheisceart an Ilan, and it's clear that they're in the south of the island now. Mar atá na córthaí bóthar ann don stockvallartán agus de láthair na Hindia. So it's very clear that they're in the south of the island, because we see the road signs for the stock market and for the 9/11 site. Mariu beagnach 3,000 duine ag an láthair sin sa bhliain 2001. Almost 3,000 people were killed at that site in 2001. The bhór na nunsaithe barbatha on account of the barbaric attacks a rinne scevlathirí de chuid Al-Qaeda ann, that Al-Qaeda terrorists carried out there. So dar lad an Pictiúr in the second half of the picture, feice míad na mnág siad ag siopadóirt as they're shopping. We see the women. Tá gach duine a chug gléasa go galanta. All of them are elegantly dressed, or dressed elegantly, agus tá áthas an downarthu, and they look very happy. Tá málaí siopadóirte de chuid Macy's in a Leavingcertirish. They've got Macy's shopping bags in their hands. Is cúis brod é seo don chalín. This is a source of pride for the girl. Mar níl mála mar sin ag a cordis sa bhaile, because her friends at home don't have bags like that. Agus gandáut caitheann siad an túfás airgid. For sure they spend an awful lot of money I ritheann le during the day. Agus beg carta credva sa nua ag tastal ag mam riv yeran le, and poor mom is going to need a new credit card before the end of the day. Ach, is commission, but sure that doesn't matter. Nor bhuaigh she in lotto. Didn't you win the lotto? Cúpla ceist a ríist, cén fá gwyil siad ar museo, why are they on this bus? Agus céir a hála ag an láthair Nua-Eabhrac and what happened at the 9/11 site. Gurmil Magut, thank you for watching. Make sure to hook up with us on Facebook and Twitter, and also on Snapchat, where our username is LC and you can participate in one of our weekly live lessons as well if you visit the website or indeed through the app. Gurmil Magut, Slán go fóill.